Hello, welcome back. Beginner's Guide, Capcut, and this is a quick next episode. We're talking about editing in Capcut and come across several issues, which obviously may be an issue if you have a small C drive, hard drive. I have a very large capacity on all of my drives, but I have this idea that because I'm creating lots of projects, I'll show you them in a moment, my C drive is going to run out of space pretty quickly. So I was looking at maybe moving the folder from C drive to my other drive, and I've discovered that it's probably not possible. That's a bit annoying. I think most applications that you have out there allows you to move the storage folders. Obviously, one thing you can do is move the folder where it goes for after render. So when you've rendered your video, you can move that to where you like, and it will go there, no problem. But the actual files, and I've just gone into the system, we'll have a look at that now. So here's the settings folder or settings box. You can see that it saves it in this particular location on the C drive. Quite a long one. Obviously it's in the data folder, app data, local, Capcut, user data, projects, and then a very long one with full stops in it. So it's not going to be something that you can probably mistake. However, you cannot change it, so there's no edit button. If you click on that, it will take you to the actual folder itself. The folder I have discovered, I'll show you that now. So we'll close that, we'll go into the file manager, which I'll drag over. This is actually, if you go down, so Windows users and the app folder, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and this folder here is where your Capcut files are located, and these are all my projects that I've done. The name that you give it is the name that you will have on the project. We'll show you that again shortly. If you go into a particular project, so if you go into that one there, you'll see that these are all the files that are required to make your project. So lots of things there, including the cover. That's the cover I designed for, i.e. that's a thumbnail. Obviously using this information, you can see that this is obviously, there are quite a lot of them, and in particular that folder takes up 3.99 megabytes, 25 files. Actually that is probably the folder, yeah, Subway, Trowbridge, blah blah blah. Now if each one has say 3 or 4 meg, let's do a quite a large file, large project. See how much, see that one's 7 megabytes, so nearly 7 megabytes. So we've got 10, and of course if you have a look at the hard drive itself, we have a look at the properties on that, you'll see that there is only 749 gigabytes, and I've actually used 181 gigabytes. So because it's only a 1 terabyte SSD. So I am a bit concerned that you cannot move the location, because what I would do is put it on my iDrive. You see here I have nearly 7 terabytes, or 6.51 terabytes of space. So there's a lot more space there. Maybe that's something that I can look into at some point, allowing you to move the location. And I have done a search on the internet, and basically it's not possible. But if we highlight all of the files, all of the projects, and see how much that is. So we're talking about, is that all of them? I presume, yeah. 181 folders, 158 megabytes. So you can imagine there's not that many. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 projects. And that is just the beginning, really, to be honest with you. Not really many. Of course, let's move that out of the way. So the projects here are listed. You can change that here. So you have a grid. I like that grid. Obviously I wanted to see some of the other data associated with that, and you only have 2 options, so grid or list. You can see here the size, duration, and the last edit. It goes in order. There is no clickable, you can't really do any other method, like if you want to sort by name, it's not going to let you do it, but you can select it, and obviously it will take you to that particular project. Show you that project there. So this was a project I did, and you can see I've done some work on these. This was what they call the toilet watch project. I'll show you the beginning. Yeah, so it's sort of reviewing disability toilets. probably not a subject that you're interested in, but it is very much a case if you're in a wheelchair, you need to know where they are and what they're like. So yeah, so a few things about this. Obviously we've got the green screen. This video, it is a video. It was done in sunny Vegas a long time ago. It's obviously a green screen that I've put up here in the corner, and of course we have the green screen chroma key with intensity and shadow and things like that set. But basically 16% of the size, and it's placed in the corner. Now what happens is, if you look at the process of that, you can see that it goes from there to there to there. This, if we take the middle one here, you can see what happens in the top right corner.
Right, so
obviously it's interactive. It loops around several times. I don't know how many times it does.
Not really.
But essentially what you've done, you've got 40 seconds. And then obviously when that video ends,
low level sync,
it begins again. So you can do as many of these as you like in your video, and if you happen to run out, obviously run out of space or run out of area, like this one here, it finishes and then begins again. So that is obviously green screen. You can make, I could probably make this video in Capcut, but because of the way that graphic works, the word, the watch, it has a function within Sony Vegas that does that for you. So you haven't actually got to do that yourself. You just put the word in there and basically make a video with a green screen and export the video. So that's very easy to do. These other ones, the subscribe button is actually a video already done and purchased. There's lots of videos that I have, such as that one and the Patreon one, and there's like thank you for watching. In actual fact, if you look at the end here, the end, this thank you for watching is a video. All I've done is made the video in Sony Vegas. I made this video with all the elements on the screen on a white background, and then just shoved that on there, and then exported that out. So I have basically I have a video that I can shove on the end and put it in my project, and it will work. I haven't got to worry about programming it. So a lot of this stuff that I have, like the toilet watch and the end screen, are all done. They're all pre-done, and I just drag them into the project. So now the thing we want to talk about is the things that you can save. So what I've done here is I have this. This is a standard effect. I believe it was text. Was it template? I think it was templates. There's one somewhere down. There it is. That one there. So what I've done is I've dragged that down, and when you're modifying it, just click on it. What you can do is obviously edit it, put your details in, scale it, place it on the screen, all the rest of it that you can do, and then I've saved it as a preset. So save it as a preset, it will save into the space on the cloud, a Capcut space that you have, and you create this when you create your account. It's limited in space and lets you pay, and I have paid because I've been so impressed with it. It's £100 a year, and you can do that. Up here you can do the pro element of it, and you can pay for it. You can upgrade to pro anytime. There's a monthly fee, annual fee, or a one-off fee for a year, depending on how much money you've got or how much you want to use it. But yeah, it gives you a space. And I've been a pro member for 3 days. I have 100 gigabyte of space as opposed to 5. And of course, my renewal is a yearly plan on PayPal. And of course, you can use credits for AI features. I'm not sure what features, but oh yeah, motion effects, AI effects. So you can actually, I have got credits, but you can also buy credits as well. How many credits to get each month? So you get 550 at the beginning of every month. So if I want to do some AI effects, it's going to cost me $79 per every time I use it. So you know, depending on, you have to be very careful what you do, because some of this stuff is only useful if you're paying, as we've already seen with these items here that are pro. So this one here, in actual fact, the AI generated. Let's get rid of that first. Here, so there's some. You can create some text effects by typing in the effect that you want. I haven't really tried it yet, but obviously this is something that you can do, and you obviously need credits. It said to say free there, so it's obviously something that I've included in my fee that we paid. The text, where are we? Effects. Is that one? Yeah, that one there. Now you remember I said that I love this one, and it's obviously a pro. That means it's actually available to me, so I should be using that one. Obviously you click on it and drag it down, and it becomes like any other text item. Now I've saved this item so I can reuse it. It's brilliant, and obviously you'll find that in the presets. So here are the items that I've saved, and there of course is my YouTube banner, and all I've done is drag it down and then edit. I didn't really want to do that. What's going on there? Deleted something. I've dragged it down to the screen, and then obviously edited the item to say UK travel, because it actually just says Annie Wright travel. It doesn't say Annie Wright UK travel. I didn't need to save it. Well, I could do. I could always save it as a specific, and then obviously you just drag it down when you need to use it. So these ones here are the ones I was on about with the purchased. These have been a whole series of them. They were purchased a long time ago to be used within Vegas, because I had very much wanted to do this sort of thing, you know, have a banner. Now you can obviously do this in Capcut. You know, you can do that
turn it once
yourself, but you know, it's a case of, why are you reinventing the wheel? You know, really, somebody else has done it for you, so it's quite useful. There is over here is the project and the location of this particular project. As we know, the name of it you can change, so modify, and you put your own name in there, and the media that you're using can stay in the original position, or if you really have the space, which I don't, it will copy the file over. Now obviously if you've got a lot of graphical files, video files, you know, you're talking about gigabytes of space, so copying the media to the project file folder, you're going to use up a lot more space. So as I keep my hard drive separated, I don't need to really worry about that. I can leave it where it is, and it doesn't move. But obviously if you only had one drive and you wanted to put the project media in the folder so you know where it is, then that's what you would do. Now obviously this is a layer thing, so these are layers. If you turn that off, which you can't do at the moment because it's already set, you would not be able to move these tracks, so you couldn't drag them down and rearrange. So leave that as it is. And obviously this is all within the settings for that particular project. Now, so that is one project. We need to go back to the home menu, and what I'll do is I'll put it on grid. So I wanted to show you, oh, we were working on this one. This is I've renamed it, but it is the test project that we were doing, because there is another little thing that you can do. That's the Capcut website. I was looking up how to move the files. You can't. Now you can see up here it's loads and loads and loads and loads of files going along. Now this, you'll see, is this up in the corner. Saturday Stroll. If I play it,
Well, there we go. Good morning.
and then the second one is reverse. So you've got one going forward and one going backwards. Yeah. So also what I've had to do because of that is I've had to create a compound clip, which is on the menu. Compound clip, undo compound clip, so you can actually reverse it if you make a mistake, because having a compound clip you cannot reverse direction. It's very annoying, so it's a bit limiting. However, it is possible. So I have my clip, my graphic, which I found, was it on stickers? Stickers, I can't remember where. No, it was on, must have been on text. Yeah, it was on text and effects. Is it effects? No, it's templates. So on here, you'll remember somewhere down the bottom. Oh God, where is it? Can never find it. Where is it? It's, oh, there we are. Bold titles. That one there. That was the thing that I used and amended. In actual fact, let's drag that down. So that's your text box, as you can see, and of course you can change the words. Test words. Obviously it will readjust it. You can drag it, make it bigger, make it smaller, blah blah blah. You could do keyframes with it as well, even from scale, so you could have it larger height than width if you wish. It's up to you. You can put it on the you can align it on the screen, blah 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 blah, and then of course you could save it as a preset with the words that you want. Now, okay, so unfortunately, as I say, you can't do reverse, so you have to create a compound clip. Now it's a compound clip, we should be able to, I remember where it is. It's on this little menu here, which some of these, that one's quite good for doing a still shot. So freeze frame, we'll show you that anyway. But the reverse direction. So we have a look at that. You can see. Just get this.
You like that?
It's going to start
Shut
there
years ago.
and then disappear. So we copy that and paste. So this is exactly what I did with these up here. So now it will start on the screen,
Shut many years ago.
disappear, and then come back. Not really very useful, to be honest. It's just
Not sure if I can get access down.
I just think. Oh wait a minute! I haven't reversed it yet. Sorry, I got to reverse that. Put that back on there. There. So reverse cancelled. So now
That shut
it will
many years ago.
disappear and then reappear. Which is exactly what I've done, but in the other way around. So it starts off screen.
That shut many years ago.
So this one starts on screen and then goes off. Brilliant little thing, but you need to make a compound clip, otherwise these options don't appear. And obviously, as we said earlier, we can actually reverse the process and have the clip back to what it is. And again, of course, you can see there's no options here apart from cut. You do obviously have the idea that let me delete that. I don't want to keep that. Delete that. So here on this one, because I wanted an intro and an outro thing, so it pops up from the bottom and then
It is
down, so it comes up and comes down. Obviously with the text clip, you can't do it. There's no option up here for doing a transition type thing, but this one, because it's a compound clip, we have up here animation in and out, so it allows you to put in a transition. So you could have any of these, and then of course if you want to move the length of time that it takes, it is here along the bottom. So obviously you can select the time, 5 seconds, or you can drag it, and that is for, obviously because I've got in and out, it will obviously tell you in and out, and you can change either one. But that is how you would put a sort of a transition for a text box. But you first of all have to convert it into a compound clip. The other useful thing for compound clips is that it allows you to add all these together. So if you highlight everything and then you make it into a compound clip, you end up with one line, one row for both items. So in that way you could build up an effect, and I'm going to do that later with one of my other things on here. So this is a obviously a on Vegas. What I want to do is have all of these, and what I'll do is highlight them all and make it into a compound clip, and then I'll end up with one that I can just use in my project. So yeah, compound clips, they are a bit confusing to start with. If we have a compound clip here, obviously freeze frame, reverse, mirror, so you can mirror it, rotate it round, and you can resize it, make it bigger or smaller. It's all very good. Add a marker and of course delete. And of course you then have the option that you can keyframe that if you wish. Go back into and yeah, I mean the other things here are like video, transform, speed, yeah, all of these things here. Adjusting, auto adjust, you can do with that, all the other things there. The text, you can change the text, which is a bit weird. Not weird, but you know, I mean, makes sense really, doesn't it? So the video itself, scale it up, blend, stabilize, motion blur. That's a very good point that we're going to do with, we could do with when we speed up. So we find one we speed up here, this one. We could apply some motion blur to it, but obviously, where is it? Speed, no, adjustment, sorry, no. Alright, we need to make it into a compound clip. So we make it into a compound clip. There. Now we can do, if I can find it, so motion blur, blurring it. Ooh, we try and play that. So motion blur applied. Whoa, look at that, motion blur. I mean, that's really very clever. I love that. Of course, I didn't apply it to the actual video because it's actually a video I have finished and uploaded. So I'm sort of editing it again, but the idea is there that motion blur, bloody marvellous stuff. I mean, it's so clever, but you have to remember to apply the compound clip. Motion blur, brilliant. I mean, it's just flipping marvellous stuff. And obviously, if it was unstabilised, you can do that as well. Yeah, this program is amazing. I think I'm going to leave it there for now. We'll come back in a moment and do some more. So there we go. That's Capcut episode. Hope it was useful. And these are just things that I'm learning as I'm going along and using myself in the program. There are lots of things that I see and I think, yeah, that'd be brilliant, and I forget to do it. Have a good day. I'll catch you next episode. Bye for now.